Have you ever had to explain what a PSVR unit is to a TSA agent?
Oh no. That is a horrible conversation.
I kind of half expect him to ask to play it when I was done, but I don't think I sold anybody. The adult beverages are poured, the kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming, a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives. My name is Trevor, and I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old.
So my family had taken a trip recently, and I decided it was a good idea to bring the PSVR with us.
That's usually a good choice, yep.
It's dedication, if nothing else. Anyone who's listened for a while knows that I love it, and if you've traveled with kids, you know how much stuff you have, right? It's absurd.
Oh, yeah.
People look at you as oh, where's the other 8 people in your party? It's no, I just have 2 kids. But I thought I'd go for it. I've done it before, so packed it up and decided to put it through. Now, this was the first time it had happened. I have traveled, so I've taken it on 2 flights before. And both times kind of sailed through, wasn't an issue. This time, the guy brings me aside. He's like, what's inside here? I'm like, oh, it's a PSVR. Yeah.
He's like, what's that? That's a code name.
Yeah, he's just staring at me inquisitively. He's like, oh, a virtual reality headset. He's like, I see. Could you please take it out of the box? It's just like, okay. So I bought a special carrying case for it. So it's this nice kind of dome thing. Worked wonders. It's amazing. If anybody hit me up for a link, I can't recommend this thing enough. But so I had to proceed to unpack it all, lay it out inside of a box, all these cables and cords. And I will say, I'm just imagining that going through the scanner. And it's just a bunch of balls and wires. And
Do you have the Move controllers too? You probably have that.
Move.
Okay.
Everything, the entire amount. So, and it went on through that. This all would have been humorous enough. But the thing is, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and the 2 of them are just stomping around, they're trying to run back through the security gate. They're trying to pick up everything. They're knocking over luggage. It's just it's not.
Oh my god.
It's I don't have time for this. Please let us go. Actually, I'll say on the other end of the flight, there was a baggage claim, and then you had to put your baggage through another security once you've landed.
Okay.
And the lady at the counter took one look at us, and we had packed something to the effect of 7 bags, right? And she took one look at us, looked at the bags, and said, "Yeah, you just go through. Just forget it. Just go past." if you have anything illicit, I don't want to know about it. Just go.
Exactly. Yeah.
This isn't worth anybody's time. Oh, but speaking of PSVR, there's been 2 games taken off my game list, to complete my backlog, because
really?
Because the previous week I defeated. I mentioned this on the last show, but I beat Creed.
Yes. Okay.
It is so
that's a
good.
Start. That's a start. Is it? Okay.
Now, it is good as far as you're standing there, you're bobbing and weaving. You feel like you're rewarded when you dodge something really nicely and you land your punch. The punches feel pretty good. I could go for maybe a bit better tracking, but I think that's also a little bit from my setup. I can't say for certain I have the best perfect setup. But you weave to the left, his fist goes flying over top of you. You come back in and start giving some roundhouses and just knock him over. It's really satisfying.
Nice.
It's definitely a showcase piece. You get people over, you put them in the ring. It would be a fantastic thing to show.
Wow. Well, you should have showed security at the airport. You should be like, no. Look at this.
Let me set this up. You'll understand why I have this. No, kids, you wait. You wait. Daddy's showing this random TSA agent Creed. I will say it was such an awful ending, though, to the game.
Oh no. Okay.
There's this massive cinematic fight, rocky music, it was awesome. It's a cool, amazing way that they did this fight.
Really? Okay. I'm on
But
board.
then you get out of it, and you're back kind of in the training gym.
Okay.
And then you just go for it, and then you kind of go for just another fight. So it felt like, okay, I guess that was just a sub boss, mini boss, and I have like 5 more things until the final boss. But
Okay.
no, you get into another fight. There's no, hurrah. There's no cinematic nature to it. It's just a normal fight like you've done before.
Okay.
You beat him and it's done. There's just a wall of text. It's like, hey, good work. You did it.
What? What?
I don't know, maybe...
Oh, sorry. No, I thought this was going to be like your 2 for 2 because you had Moss that had a poor ending, and now Creed VR is having a poor ending.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, so much focus put on such amazing gameplay, and then the game just sucks, or the ending sucks. But like,
Burns out. Yeah. Yeah.
But transitioning to good endings outside of VR, I recently finished Mario DS, so taking that off of the backlog list. But it took a crazy spike in difficulty towards the end. So up until the last level, I had like 80 lives. Like I was not dying that often. I was accruing a bunch, so breezing through, enjoying every minute. But this, like I lost somewhere in the neighborhood like 25 lives on the last 2 levels. Like it was just such a steep departure of like, what on earth? What on earth is this?
See, I found Mario does that a lot. It just ups the challenge level. I guess the game feels like you've mastered it up to this point. Now let's throw a new curveball at you and throw everything at you at once.
I'm just wondering, like, have you ever noticed that with your kids? Because like this is obviously Nintendo so commonly skews towards a younger audience, and like there's no way. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just discrediting youngins too much. But I'm trying to think about giving this to like a 6-year-old or an 8-year-old and then beating it. I have a hard time believing they could. Like, have you experienced something like that?
Yeah, I don't think they could. Because my oldest has a bunch of Mario games, and it's more about Nintendo will present a hard level and then give Mario kind of like an invincibility power to complete it. So if you die too many times, I think it's in Super Mario 3D Land, you die too many times, it gives you like a golden leaf or something, and then you just run through the level. So my oldest has beaten the Mario games, but not without its own cheating. So even with Mario Odyssey, they're just happy to play the levels, which I think Nintendo is good at doing. Like, here's a level, it's awesome. They kind of get engrossed in the atmosphere, but there's no way they can complete some of the challenges within that level. So they've even turned on easy mode in Odyssey, where it shows you the path of where you have to go, and gives you like an extra power. It doesn't work on lives even. It's just extra power, and then you spawn at where you died. So I don't know. There needs to be tools in place, because Mario games are hard, and it's not just us remembering that they were hard, because I remember Mario 64 was pretty hard. Some of those stars were impossible to capture.
It's just like the dexterity is not the right word, but I mean the precise timing and like careful, like quiet jumps that you have to do. Like some of the targets are so small that you have to try to hit. Like it's such precision. Like I couldn't believe it when I was going through some. It's like, who is this for?
It sounds like you're like competition ready. Like you can.
Oh, yeah. Well, it made me think about Mario Maker, where just like some of the worst hellish levels you'll see on YouTube. Some of the playthroughs, like how like, what are you, robots? Like, what is this?
Yeah, there must be something to help you, because I've seen those too, and that's I don't know. I don't have that hand-eye coordination. That's not my level.
Now, has there been like, have your kids ever like, I don't want to call it like rage quit, but have they ever just forget this game, I'm never playing it again? Like, has there been something too hard where they were upset about it? Or
not upset, but it's more like, can we play another game? That's the rage quit. So it's not rage quit. It's more like, I don't like this anymore, and I want to play something else I can beat. So they usually go to something else that's something that doesn't have an end to it. So it's just a sandbox game like Lego Worlds or something, where they're like, yeah, this is better. So that's them quitting.
I just want something big and easy and open.
Yeah. Whoa, look at all the stuff I can get. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an interesting question. Like, what are your kids' go-to games at the moment?
Right now my oldest is trying to play Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That's kind of a hard one for him to get into. But him and his younger brother usually play Knack, believe it or not.
Still?
So Knack. Yeah, the old Knack. And Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time still. They're still into that one.
Oh, okay.
So there's some co-op action. Yeah.
Can they handle that one? Because that one had some pretty interesting puzzles.
Knack?
No, the Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time.
Oh, no, they're good at it. Yeah. There's a little bit of fighting that happens later in the game. Just because one wants to specifically drive and one wants to specifically do the weapons. So, it forces them to work together. Otherwise, they fail. But they can sail through that, at least on the easy difficulty. If you pump it up to even normal, it kind of gets a little bit in their face. So, but no, they've done well with it. And that's one that they continue to go back to.
Still no Fortnite in your house, though, huh?
No Fortnite in my house, no. Well, not yet. We'll see.
Have they not asked about it? Could we please play this one? Or is it still really on the periphery?
Yeah, they've asked about it, and they play it at recess. So they play tag that's called Fortnite. And so they want to play it at home thinking it's the same thing. I'm like, it's a very different thing. So I think we'll get into it eventually, especially when we have some cross-platform stuff going on. So now that Sony's kind of caved. So we'll see.
I prefer to think of it as Sony doing the right thing.
That's right, yes.
But if you ever do need an example for a great way to bring this into your house, I might suggest looking at our Gaming Dad Victory of the Week this week. Each week we feature an exceptional gaming dad and often their kids who are doing fatherhood and gaming so well. This week's Gaming Dad Victory of the Week goes to Josh, who brought together 3 different systems to bring together his family in Fortnite. So, Jeff, why don't you walk us through the photo that Josh has posted?
So the photo has himself, Josh, and his younger daughter and younger son playing Fortnite on 3 TVs with 3 platforms. It looks like a PS4, a Switch, and maybe an Xbox.
And an Xbox, that's right.
That is, there you go. That is supposed to be cooperation with the platforms. That's perfect. That's how you do it.
Oh man, the titles too is like don't mess with our squad. Like that, it looks so amazing. Oh, the smile on the daughter's face, just beaming ear to ear. The son is focused intently. It looks like the son's in a totally different place than the father and daughter.
I was about to say, I'm like, I don't know where he is on the map, but he's not with the group. So,
and I suppose the only thing missing is the partner on a PC just to complete the all 4 of them together.
Yeah, right.
God, this is just an absolute picture of a gaming dad's dream. An entire family playing that one game, and they've all connected to the same game, same account. They're on the same team.
Yes,
playing through, and just smiles across their faces. This looks just fantastic.
It does, and that's what I'm working up to. I hope it's this calm and this happy when we get to there.
Yeah, and like I said, if there's ever been a great example to PlayStation, I mean, heck, we could just send him this photo and Josh's shining example of, do you see what you've enabled? Do you see the family happiness
exactly
that you've enabled? I think that's what I'm kind of excited about too with if my kids enjoy games, and you, perhaps yours do, it's the recreation of the gaming nights you used to have with friends, except it's now with your family.
Yeah, I'm dying for those. I miss those nights where I used to stay up all night with my friend and game all night, and to do that with kids, not all night, but at least late into the night, trying to beat something together. That would be cool. That would be a neat thing to do.
Yes, like I said, you got to respect the bedtimes. But besides that, for bridging all of the consoles together to create some peace for at least a fortnight, Josh has won this week's Gaming Dad Victory of the Week. Congratulations. If you'd like to win Gaming Dad Victory of the Week or know somebody else deserving, please reach out to us at our website, newdadgaming.com.
And new dads, listen up as we go over this week's highlights and what happened in the world of gaming. One of the best farming life simulators is now on mobile. Yes, that's right. Stardew Valley is now coming to iOS and Android. On October 24th, for just $7.99 US, you can have the complete game on your phone that delivers hours upon hours of peaceful and common gaming to take away the chaos that might be the dad gaming life. So set your calendars and join me in the Valley later this month. And plan on getting that physical release copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Well, you might need to up your internet package. That day one patch for the game to work is 55 gigabytes. That's right, not 5 gigabytes, not even 50, but 55. Activision is recommending a 112 gigabyte space in your hard drive in order to download and install this patch for an optimized experience. I quote that because that's what they've said. Black Ops 4 releases on October 16th, so you better be ready to watch the progress bar for a day if you plan on playing right out of that box. And Microsoft is reportedly going to acquire the company Obsidian, the developer of such blockbuster hits as Fallout New Vegas, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, and most recently the breakout hit Pillars of Eternity. According to Kotaku, sources are clear that this is just a matter of when, not if. So you should see Xbox gaming libraries grow quite substantially in this generation and maybe the next, if Obsidian is given the proper care. This comes after the announcements that Microsoft has already bought other AAA studios like Ninja Theory, Undead Labs, and Compulsion Games. So maybe Xbox is getting a little bit serious about their gaming experiences, and we'll see what comes of it all in the next year or so. In direct contrast to that statement, Microsoft has also stated that they are building a cloud gaming service called Project X Cloud. Phil Spencer has said that this service would not just allow Microsoft and PC players to play their games like Halo, but all gamers with a mobile device. The cloud service would then go on to show Forza on an Android phone in real time using cloud technology. We remain cautiously optimistic as many other gaming and non-gaming companies have played this game streaming aspect, but none have quite survived or even be successful enough to continue. There's plenty of negatives, but we're hoping that maybe Microsoft can figure out this technology and push this gaming experience forward. And speaking of pushing gaming forward, the CEO of PlayStation has gone on record to say that it is necessary to have a next generation of hardware out soon. So we might see the true successor to the PS4 sooner than you think. So rumors about how big or how fast are already starting to swirl. Will it be better than the Xbox One X? Will it have to be? Will it go the Nintendo Switch route and have something more innovative? Whatever its final form, the new dads can only hope for backwards compatibility to save that expensive gaming transition over to something new. On another note, the PlayStation is now introducing PSN name changes. Yes, that's right. The beta is rolling out with some users late in November, with the launch happening in early 2019. So if you've grown up over the years and maybe settled down and had some kids, you can now change your name on PSN from maybe Buttkicker 2005 to something more appropriate, like Paw Patrol for Life or something. You'll have to have your choice in the coming months, and we'll see what names the dads can come up with next. And another PS4 announcement, the PSVR has 2 new games to add to its library. One you already know is Astrobot, which now is releasing a free demo to users to try and sway people to the PSVR. That will launch October 16th. And a new game, Borderlands 2, well, sort of new to the VR. Borderlands 2 will be completely done in full VR and will be launching on December 14th. So it's quite the good time to jump into VR right before the holidays. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe Santa can drop another PSVR in your lap. As for gaming releases this week, some highlights include Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for the PS4, PC, and Xbox One X, Starlink Battle Atlas, PS4, Xbox, and for the Switch, and Child of Light for the Switch, and Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS. That's it for the gaming news this week. Catch an app and tune in next week for another update.
Now, would you ever change your PSN name?
I don't think I would. It's like changing the name of your kid.
Are you comfortable putting it out there? Because I am curious about your name, too.
Oh, my PSN game naming? Oh, no, that's Wibbles. That's fine. Everybody knows Wibbles.
Okay, everybody, add Wibbles. Add
Wibbles
now.
Coming at you. Yeah,
Go into a Stardew farm, ruin everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd change it though. Again, it's like changing your personality a little bit. I don't know. It's like
where does Wibbles come from?
I have no idea. I think I played Worms on PC in like 1999, and it's been that ever since.
Mine for the longest time. Mine was actually, geez, what is mine? Is it Good Times or Half Bad?
Oh, well, on PSN, I think it's Half Bad, right?
Okay, Half Bad, yeah. Because for a lot of times, I always said Good Times because it's just having a good time.
You're having a good time. Okay, I see it.
But often it seemed to be taken, so I switched over to Half Bad, which for me is very much like not half bad.
Not half bad. Okay, I see it.
That's when I play online. That's kind of the goal, is to have the other people at least say, he's not half bad.
He's not half bad. Yeah.
that's
How can they criticize somebody that's doing that? Oh, he's not half bad. Leave him alone.
It's like, listen, I am half bad at this game. I've thought of having things of like, changing it to something effective, like I'm not good at this game, or or I'm not good at video games, just so it's when I join your team, like you know what to expect.
Yeah, I don't know. Like again, when it rolls out, we'll have to see what the what happens with it, because they have said that it won't work with all games. So there's something in there that is not right. Like there's no universal name change. So good luck, half bad.
Half bad, buddy.
Yeah.
Now so the question on Stardew Valley.
Yes.
Will you buy it again?
I don't know.
Probably. You have it on PlayStation and you have it on Switch, I believe.
Yeah, and the Mac.
And the Mac. So you have 3 copies.
I have 3.
Will you go for 4?
I don't know. Let's try and make it a quadruple hit. Yeah. I don't know. I probably will. It's so calming. You need to have it in the palm of your hand. That would be perfect.
How does time work? I've actually never played it as an admission. Like, if you leave the game, does time persist and everything kind of grows and gets destroyed? Oh, okay.
It's all in-game time. So yeah, once you go to bed at night, that's how you save. You have to go to bed. And then if you turn the game off or put it to sleep, the time doesn't pass.
I always hated that mechanic because the one I described, where it's just, you better log in every day, otherwise things are going to get crazy.
Yeah, I know. The kids have Animal Crossing, a new leaf or something, I think on 3DS, and that's what it does. So you can only go into certain shops during the day or during the night. I'm like, but this isn't good at all. Like, you designed this.
It strikes fears in the gaming dads a little bit, I think, with the concept of having to purchase it. Well, you don't have to do anything, but the release of a PS5.
Yeah.
We're already into the PS5.
I know, and I thought the Pro, at least the PS4 Pro, would hold out a little bit longer, like hold this generation a little bit longer, but I can see new games coming down like Cyberpunk 2077 or even Red Dead Redemption 2 being cross-gen, right? Like they did that with Grand Theft Auto 5. So maybe it's close.
The one thing I was curious about, imagine if PlayStation decides, we are all in on VR, and the next one has everything built into it.
Oh, that would be nuts.
Right? Because currently with the PSVR, you have the side unit. You have the second little box you got to deal with, which is a pain.
Yeah.
Like if that was just integrated into the system, like that would be
totally
so nice.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see that. And then you would still buy the VR set separately or whatever, but you would have the plugs already in the system and ready to go.
Yeah. Or if, at that point, they finally figured out wireless. So you're dealing with a wireless PSVR.
Oh, and can you imagine?
Everything's inside the box.
You wouldn't have to go through security at the airport and just explain all the wires.
I would just wear it. I would just wear it on the plane. It's like, nah, man, that's my sleep goggles.
Yeah, that's okay. What are you playing? I'm playing Ultra Wings.
Oh, that'd be so creepy. In the sky playing Ultra Wings as the plane is going through turbulence. Just what you want.
I could totally see it, though. That would be something interesting that they definitely need more power for that kind of stuff, right? Because you can't have frames dropping in VR. So they really push that, is it 60 or a constant 60 in each eye? Otherwise, you're going to be getting sick. So it's got to be powerful for that.
To me, it feels like it's going to be a real vote of confidence, one way or the other, for PSVR, depending on the amount of support in their new system.
Yeah.
Because it either remains kind of like a side project, is not being necessarily fair, but let's roll with it. It either remains kind of a side project, or they go all in, and this system is in a big way, about VR.
I hope so. Otherwise, it goes the way of the Vita, and then it just sits there.
Or they do the Switch route, and like your Vita is now just a PS5 that you can carry around.
Yeah, there you go.
relentlessly chase Nintendo. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, it seems to be the game.
Now, I was ribbing you a little bit about buying Stardew Valley, but I would definitely rebuy Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
When it comes out for VR. Like that is such a massive game.
Yes.
Like, akin to Skyrim. Probably not as big as Skyrim, but just as far as being a fully fleshed out, complete, total game, not just an experience. Like that for me, that was out of left field. I can't believe they announced that. That's so cool.
And even something with that art style too, that you're kind of in a virtual world of, is kind of a different experience too. Be kind of
it's almost more perfect.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And then you can cut a little bit more of the corners, like graphically, because the style can kind of cover up those blemishes. And you could have one of these, like, not comic book experiences, but you're like in this story, in this world.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I just think with some of the better experiences I've had is when they're not trying to be realistic. Because there's limitations, right? You're never going to strike that. So you'll notice it, right? The uncanny valley. But when it is that super artistic cell shading style, like that would look so fantastic.
Yeah.
Just the gun, like, and if they nail the gun feel,
like
because the guns in that game were just such a blast.
And there's tons of them, right? So like all modeled in VR, that would be pretty nuts.
Yeah, the vehicles look like it's one, like you just drive the vehicles. Yeah. So it's like a bit of a racing game in there too. Like, I don't know, that is exciting. Yeah,
pair that with the aim controller and you have like the precision down and you're just laughing.
No, dude. So far there's been no support for the aim controller.
See, that's what they need to do next.
Yeah, that'll be the first 55 gig patch.
Yeah. Easily done.
Yeah, at very least you hope. But with those exciting rumors and exciting future, I think we'll wrap it up there for the week. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. This has been New Dad Gaming. If you'd like to reach out to us with a question, a game tip, a dad story, or Gaming Dad Victory submission, you can go to our website at newdadgaming.com, find us on Twitter, or join our Facebook group. Just all search for New Dad Gaming. If you'd like to subscribe to the podcast, you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and any of the other podcasting services. If you like the show, we'd really appreciate a like, a review, or a share as we try to reach as many gaming dads as we can. Until next time, my name is Trevor, and I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See ya.